You have interfered with me for the last time.
Gee, I almost had it.
What was that explosion?
What explosion? What's going on here?
Well, what's happened to you, Foster?
Why, the Whispering Shadow just tried to kill me.
What? How?
With this electric disc.
I've seen one of these things before.
When?
The night the Shadow killed one of his own men at police headquarters.
You know who the Whispering Shadow is? Tell us. Who is he?
I told you the truth before. None of us has ever seen him. None of us knows who he is.
You're headed for the chair, Kruger. Lying won't save you.
It's the truth, I tell you. All I know is where we meet to get our orders.
Where is it? Come on. Tell us.
I'll tell. It's...
How did this happen?
Well, we were quizzing this bird, and all of a sudden he dropped dead.
There was no shot from the outside?
Not a sound.
May I, certainly, Raymond. Glad to have your opinion. Look. Strange. Thing's still hot. It looks like one of the electrodes that they use in the death house. That's exactly what it is. Your man was electrocuted.
Electrocuted? Impossible. Well, where are the wires?
The diabolical genius that conceived this had no need of wires. That man was killed by a radio death ray. How did this get here, Foster?
I found it in Mr. Jerome's office. What? Jerome's office? Yes, that's why I'm here. I tried to prevent Mr. Jerome from giving the jewels to the Whispering Shadow.
Foster is lying to covering Shadow. I would have trapped the Shadow if he and the girl hadn't interfered.
Girl? What girl?
Strang's daughter. Strang is the Whispering Shadow, and Foster is working for him.
Is this true, Foster? Has Miss Strang been here with you?
Well,
I can answer that. Foster and Miss Strang were both snooping around Mr. Jerome's office, and I just saw her running away with a package under her arm.
So you're in on this too, eh?
Just a minute, Foster. What else did you see, Jarvis?
I saw Foster attack Mr. Jerome.
If you were close enough to see that, how do we know you didn't take the jewels?
And just before the explosion, I saw him throw that death disc at Mr. Jerome.
Put the lights, right?
That's enough.
Well, where are the jewels?
I didn't get them.
Don't try any tricks on me. I know you've got them.
I tell you I didn't. The girl, she was...
What makes you think you can double-cross me?
Don't shoot, Steinbeck. I tell you...
Mr. Steinbeck! Mr. Steinbeck! You are wanted on the phone.
All right, I'll be there. You heard me.
Yes, sir. Say, Mr. Jarvis, maybe you can help me solve this puzzle.
Why, sure, Sparks. I'm a wizard at that. Here, let me show you.
This is the shipment they want to check.
I'll see you later, Jarvis.
You see, Mr. Jarvis, the idea is to get that third ring over that wire there. See that? Say, I thought... Oh, gee.
Well, I must get back to my office.
Foster, I wouldn't have believed that you...
Just a moment, Mr. Bradley. Foster was acting under my order. I told him to watch Jerome.
But I don't understand. Why didn't you arrest Jerome? He practically admitted he had the jewels.
Because Jerome is not the man I'm after. My job is to catch the Shadow.
You'll never take him alive if I get to him first, Raymond. Don't forget he killed my brother.
You? Why, what happened to you?
I suppose you don't know your father tried to kill me just now.
My father tried to kill you?
Yes, with the death disc you planted in Jerome's office.
Why, my father isn't here.
Where is he then?
I can't tell you. He was gone when I got back.
You're lying to shield him just as he lied to shield you the night I saw you in the warehouse.
Young man, you're not only insulting but ridiculous. My daughter has been home the whole evening. Bela.
Time it was a waxwork figure of you.
You don't understand. My father put it there to protect me from slaves, the escaped convicts.
My daughter!
And then you came to my rescue.
And to show his appreciation, your father brought the shadow men in to kill me.
Keep your motor running and see that we aren't interrupted. It's Slade. Get him!
Well, that's the kind of a monster the Whispering Shadow is. He'd even kill you, his own daughter, in order to do away with me.
My father isn't the Whispering Shadow. You must believe me. Why should I lie to you now?
I wish I could believe you, but I know those are the Shadow's men out there. Saw them kill my brother.
I tell you, my father had nothing to do with it.
You bullet broke the switch. The panel won't open. We've got to get the girl out. Break down the wall.
The Shadow. The police are coming. Get out, quick.
And after that, you asked me to trust you.
Oh, if I could only make you believe that my father is not the Whispering Shadow. You want to know who took the jewels just now? Well, I'll tell you. It was Jarvis.
Jarvis? Then that's where your father is.
You're home early, Mr. Jarvis. He's here now. Just came in.
Guns are dangerous things, my friend.
Who are you? What do you want?
Who I am does not matter. What I want is a package of jewels. That's a signal from one of my men. You have just 2 seconds to decide, my friend.
What is Mr. Jarvis's room number?
Mr. Jarvis isn't in.
Oh, yes, he is. I saw him go in this room. When you get through with this gentleman, I'd like to have some stationery and postal cards.
Mr. Jarvis' room number is 321.
Thanks.
How about my stamps?
I was just passing and heard a shot fired in one of your rooms upstairs.
A shot? Why, it must be the man that was asking for Mr. Jarvis. I thought he acted strangely.
But we'd better go up. Drop that gun. I've got you covered. Pick up that gun, miss. Be careful not to destroy his fingerprints. It'll prove that he killed Jarvis.
I didn't kill him. This man's trying to frame me. There's the real murder in that car.
Is that your father?
Oh, it couldn't be. He tried to run me down. It must be the Whispering Shadow.
He murdered Jarvis to get the jewels. We've got to catch him.
Foster and the girl are after you.
Don't worry. He'll take care of himself. Phone the police and tell them Foster killed Jarvis. And tell them you have the gun with Foster's fingerprints.
Turn onto the south road. The trap is set.
tell them Foster killed Jarvis. And tell them you have the gun with Foster's fingerprints.
Turn onto the south road. The trap is set.
We can't stop now. It's our only chance to catch the Whispering Shadow. Come on, boys. We got to stop them.
They're coming after us.
That's funny. They must know we weren't hurt, or we'd have stopped.
They're shooting at us.
It's a trap. The Whispering Shadow. They're hiding in the brush. Scatter and find them. Hey! They got our car!
That was a clever trick of yours.
What good did it do? Whispering Shadow got away.
But surely they can't suspect you of murdering the Jarvis.
With the evidence the Shadow's framed against me, they could hang me.
Then you mustn't go back to town.
But I've got to. It's the only way I can clear myself.
Well, here's where I get off.
Oh, wait. I just thought of something that may have a bearing on the murder of Jarvis.
What?
I told you that Jarvis got away with the jewels. But I didn't tell you what else
I'll make you pay for this, Jarvis. Come on. You're only making things worse for yourself.
Well, where are the jewels?
I didn't get them.
Don't try any tricks on me. I know you've got them.
I tell you I didn't. The girl, she was...
What makes you think you can double-cross me?
Don't you, Steinbeck. I tell you...
Mr. Steinbeck! Mr. Steinbeck! You were wandering on the phone.
All right. I'll be there.
Steinbeck was covering him with a gun.
Steinbeck? Then he had reason to murder Jarvis.
Where are you going?
To the warehouse to check up on Steinbeck.
You'll both be called to testify at the inquest. Don't let anybody in that room until the coroner gets here.
I was looking for Mr. Jarvis' room.
This is Mr. Jarvis' room.
Oh, thank you.
You can't go in there, miss.
Why not? I'm his sister.
His sister? Why, you see, miss, Mr. Jarvis had a bad accident and...
An accident? You don't mean he...
Yes, miss.
Oh.
I'm sorry. There now. Sure. Don't cry like that.
It was all I had in the world. Oh, let me see him. Please don't keep me away from him. Now.
It's against the rules, miss. But, sure. We'll do no harm. Go ahead in, you poor Colleen.
him back here?
Something must have gone wrong.
You made a fine mess of your end of the job.
Shh, be careful.
Didn't you get the jewels?
Now, Foster butted in before I had a chance.
That means they're still in the room.
Yes, and a policeman on guard at the door. There's still a chance. The room next door is empty, and there's a connecting door into Jarvis' room. You mustn't go. The policeman will get suspicious if he sees you with us. This is a very nice room, sir.
It isn't here. Did Jarvis put anything in the hotel safe?
Not that I know of. If he did, he'll have a receipt. Look through his pocket.
Not me. I wouldn't touch him for $1 million.
Oh, men are funny, DuPont. You had the nerve to kill Jarvis, and you're afraid to touch him now he's dead.
Is this Mr. Jarvis' room?
It is. We've come to identify him. I'm Mr. Bradley, and this is...
Sorry, gentlemen, but my orders are not to admit anybody.
But this is Mr. Raymond, the famous criminologist, a friend of the chief.
Who's in there? Only Mr. Jarvis' sister, sir.
Sister? Mr. Jarvis had a sister.
Open that door at once. Must have gotten away by that fire escape.
Who could she have been?
We knew that. It helped us to clear Jack Foster.
But, doggone, I nearly had it. Oh, hello, Mr. Foster.
Hello, Spark. Steinbeck around?
He went out in a hurry this morning, right after he had a phone call. I wish he'll come back so I can go out and eat.
Why, go ahead. I'll watch the place till you come back.
Will you? Gee, that's swell. I won't be gone long. Mr. Jerome, who did this?
Slade. He thought I had the jewels.
Where did you get that? That's what I came to see you about. How did you know it was mine? Did you read any of my papers? Enough to find out that you're the pretender to the throne of... Well, Foster, now you know my secret. What are you going to do about it?
That depends on you, Jerome. Are those the papers the Shadow threatened to publish if you didn't give him the jewels?
Yes. Why?
Then Steinbeck is the Whispering Shadow.
Steinbeck?
Yes. The man I've sworn to get because he killed my brother.
Father! Father!
Where have you been? Why didn't you meet me at Jarvis Hotel? I almost ran into a police trap.
I was there. I posed as Jarvis' sister, and I found this.
And the Imperial jewels are in the hotel safe. Why didn't you claim them?
Because they found out that he didn't have a sister.
Then we must get them tonight.
The Imperial jewels are in the hotel safe. See that you do not fail this time. Remember, I will be there.
We will not fail.
Everything's all set for the Shadow when he comes. Wait here for me. All set. And what's she doing here? Why, she's the Shadow's daughter. What makes you so sure? None of us have ever seen the shadow. And we can't afford to take any chances. I'm on a trailer.
You? What are you doing here?
Oh, it's you. I'm glad you're here. I know who killed Jarvis. It was Visão, one of the shadow men.
Well, I've no time for that now. I'm going to get the shadow himself.
Yes.
You scare my life away, will you?
I've got you at last.
What happened? The men attacked us and tied us up.
Then they took the safe up in the elevator.
When was it?
Just a few minutes ago.
You didn't get in a moment too soon, Lieutenant.
Untie these men. The elevator's at the third floor.
Up the stairs, no noise. We'll take them by surprise. you? What are you doing here?
Oh, it's you. I'm glad you're here. I know who killed Jarvis. It was Visão, one of the shadow men.
Oh, I've no time for that now. I'm going to get the shadow himself.
Jack!
Throw my life away, will you?
I've got you at last.
Through here and down the fire escape.
I've got Shadow.
He got away with a package.
Oh! Why, you?
You bumped!
What's going on here?
That's the man that killed Jarvis. Miss Strang will tell you the rest. I'm going to get the Whispering Shadow.
What about this, Miss Strang?
I heard him admit that he killed Jarvis,
Where were you?
hiding in this room. I came here to find out anything that might clear Mr. Foster of the murder. This man and a woman came in and searched the room.
Who is the woman?
I don't know, but I'd recognize her if I saw her again.
Take this man to headquarters and book him for the murder of Jarvis.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mr. Raymond, look what I found in here.
You may go now, Miss Strang, but I shall want you at headquarters in the morning.
Drop that gun, Steinbeck. Get away from that door. You're the Whispering Shadow. You killed my brother, and now you're going to pay.
I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not the Shadow.
No use lying. I saw you get away from the hotel with that package. I ought to shoot you down the way Buddy was shot. But a quick death's too good for you, Steinbeck. One of us isn't going out of this room alive. Shadow. The shadow.
To the warehouse. Quick. Foster is after the jewels.
Step on it.
You've killed me!
Can't describe the men that tied you up?
No, sir, I can't.
Palace Hotel. For you, Mr. Raymond.
Hello? This is Foster. I'm at the warehouse. I just killed the Whispering Shadow.
What? You killed Strang?
No, not Strang. Steinbeck.
Steinbeck?
Yes. He had the jewels, all right.
I'll be right over.
Hiding among the trucks. Scatter and search for him.
There he goes! The police!
Drop that gun. Those are the Whispering Shadows men. Quick, I've got a car.
Oh, yeah? Who are you?
I'm Foster, the Empire Transport Company. It's full of junk. Foster tricked us.
What's the trouble, Foster?
Steinbeck must have worked fast. His men just tried to kill me.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Let's go upstairs.
In there.
He isn't here.
And the Whispering Shadow is still alive.
Now, there's no use lying, DuPont. We know that you killed Jarvis. Your fingerprints are on that gun.
But so are Foster. How are we going to prove which one of us shot him? Miss Strang's testimony will take care of that.
Where is Miss Strang? You said she'd be here.
She may be on her way. I'll find out.
Hello? Yes, this is Professor Strang. Who? Yes, Mr. Raymond.
I told your daughter to report to police headquarters this morning. Why isn't she here?
She hasn't been home all night, Mr. Raymond. I'm afraid something has happened to her. Yes, Mr. Raymond. If I hear from my daughter, I will notify you at once.
What can have happened to her? Look! He knows what's happened. She's been put out of the way to keep from testifying against him. What have you done with her?
Steady, Foster. What good are your fingerprints now?
Good enough to hang you, DuPont. Miss Strang told the truth. DuPont's fingerprints and a woman's were all over Jarvis' room.
We've got you dead to rights, DuPont. Why did you kill Jarvis?
I didn't kill him. I tell you yes, you did, and I'll tell you why. Because the Whispering Shadow ordered you to kill him.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about the Whispering Shadow. Oh, yeah? And what were you doing with the Shadow's death disc that we found on you? Come clean, DuPont. Who is the Whispering Shadow? Speak up, man. He can't hurt you now. The disc isn't on you. What good is it to me to talk if you're going to hang me for killing Jarvis?
The Shadow's signal.
The Shadow! He'll kill me! He can't. The disc isn't on you.
Be warned, DuPont. If you talk, you die.
Take your own warning, Shadow. If you kill DuPont, you'll kill your own daughter.
The Countess? His daughter? Then Strang is the Whispering Shadow after all.
Do you hear me, Shadow? You're not going to kill the man I love. I've changed the wiring on my disc to match the wavelength on DuPont. And it's hanging over your daughter's heart. The death ray that kills him kills her.
Fool. You think you can outwit the Shadow?
Can't we do something, Mr. Raymond? We've got to find Miss Strang.
Steady, Foster, we...
Save me, Jack! I'm in Darling's hotel. Save me, Jack!
I've got to save her.
Send the squad. Step on it. Now I've got you. Give me those jewels. Ow. Come on.
Why don't you answer me, Shadow? You know you're not going to kill your own daughter. DuPont, can you hear me? I'm not going to let him kill you.
Don't worry, Countess. I haven't got the disc on me. The Shadow's only bluffing. He can't kill me.
You've got the Shadow licked, DuPont. He can't harm you. Now tell us everything you know and save your neck.
You mean I won't hang if I talk?
Speak up, DuPont. It's your last chance.
All right. I'll talk. The Shadow...
You know, DuPont, don't talk. He'll kill you.
I've got to talk, Countess. The Shadow can't harm me.
No, I tell you, he'll... Jerome's daughter? DuPont, can you hear me? I'm not going to let him kill you.
Don't worry, Countess. I haven't got the disc on me. The shadow's only bluffing. He can't kill me.
You've got the shadow licked, DuPont. He can't harm you. Now tell us everything you know and save your neck.
You mean I won't hang if I talk?
Speak up, DuPont. It's your last chance.
All right. I'll talk. The shadow...
No, DuPont. Don't stop. He'll kill you. No, I tell you, he'll...
There. You're all right now. The danger's past.
And I'll tell you, and that's what will happen to us if we don't get those jewels.
But they weren't in that package. The shadow must have made a mistake.
The shadow never makes mistakes. Foster had the jewels all right, but he double-crossed us. They're somewhere in the warehouse. Well, we can't do anything till we hear from the shadow.
Hello. Oh, Bela, my child.
I'm all right. There's nothing to worry about. But I must go down to police headquarters first. I'll be home as soon as I can.
This is what killed him. The shadow didn't need the death disc. His belt clasp was wired to receive the death ray.
Murder. Cold-blooded murder. Send a squad of men to arrest Professor Strang.
I've heard about your automatic figures. Do you make them to order?
Yes, madam. What sort of X work have you in mind?
I'm not certain just what I do want. But if I could see some.
Oh, I have many sketches, which I will be glad to show, madam, if you will step this way.
I warned you not to kill DuPont. I begged you not to. Now you're going to suffer the way you made me suffer before you killed him.
What makes you think I killed him?
Because I know you're the Whispering Shadow.
You dare?
Yes, I dare. I'm not afraid of you, Shadow. You've hurled your last death ray.
So perish those who mock the shadow's power.
Stop where you are, Frank! Another murder, eh? Keep him covered. Three shots fired.
But you ain't been shot, Sergeant. Why, her hat's all burned.
Yes. See that red mark across her forehead? So you killed her the same way you killed DuPont, with your infernal electric ray. Put the bracelets on him while I phone headquarters.
Father! Father! Oh, the Countess!
So you recognize her, eh?
She's the woman who kidnapped me last night.
Then that's why you killed her.
No. He didn't know anything about her. He couldn't have done it.
Hush. Tell them nothing. Steinbeck!
Steady, Foster, steady. Steinbeck has explained everything to Mr. Bradley.
Yes. He has a story to tell that will clinch the case against Strang. You'll hang for this, Professor.
No. My father is innocent.
Innocent, bah! He is the Whispering Shadow. Why else should the Shadow Men allow him to take the Imperial jewels from the hotel safe last night?
How do you know that?
Because I saw him run away with them. I took them away from him.
You took them. What have you done with them?
I went to the warehouse to put them into the safe. Foster, he attacked me. He nearly killed me. Ask him where the jewels are.
Where did you put them, Foster? Well, sir, I put them...
Hold on, Foster.
Mr. Raymond, you forget yourself. As president of the Empire Storage Company, I demand to know where those jewels are.
The Shadow's men are still at large, Mr. Bradley. And as long as Foster keeps his mouth shut, the jewels will be safe.
You're quite right, Mr. Raymond. Let's get the prisoner to headquarters.
There, my daughter. You mustn't worry. Everything will be all right.
Come on.
I must talk to you. Please. In here. You are the only one I can appeal to. You've got to help my father.
I can't do it. I won't do it. You've no right to ask me such a thing. I'll tell you why. When your father's attacked, made our drivers afraid to take their trucks out on the road.
Then you can get another driver. I'm through.
Say, what's the matter with you, Mert?
We've had 4 of our trucks wrecked in the past month, haven't we?
Well, this is a fine time to lose your nerve.
I can't help it. And I've got a strong hunch the Whispering Shadow is going to strike again.
I'll take the truck out, Jack. What do you say? I'm not afraid.
Makes a lot of difference when it's your kid brother, don't it, boss?
Well,
Thanks, Jack.
Oh, wait a minute, Bud. Just want to make sure your radio phone was working okay.
The radios were working on them other trucks, but that didn't help the drivers any.
Oh, cut out the crepe hanging, will you?
If anything happens to that kid, Jack, remember, I tried to warn you.
Anything at the warehouse? No, nothing's wrong. Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen.
Ready, Cut. Pull up there. Don't shoot it, Jack.
Gee, Jack, you sure gave us a scare. What's wrong? Nothing, I hope. But we're playing safe. Change the route the next turn off. What's that?
Stay where you are.
The whispering shadow. Look! It's a trap. Get going, Bud.
Fools, you cannot escape.
Step on it, Bud.
Off the road.
And you asked me to help the monster that killed my brother?
No, he didn't. My father isn't the Whispering Shadow, and he can prove it if only you will help him.
Prove it? How can I?
That I can't tell you now. My father's lips are sealed until the imperial jewels are in his hands.
Yes. And when he gets them in his hands, goodbye, jewels.
How can you be so hard? Would you turn the jewels over to the police? All that my father wants is to be sure that they are safe.
And if I do?
Then my father can prove his right to them, and also that he is not the Whispering Shadow.
All right, I'll do it. I'll phone you when I get them.
Sparks! Doggone it, I almost had it.
Never mind that now, Sparks. Where's truck 64?
Truck 64? Checked in at Clearwater an hour ago.
That means they won't be back to the warehouse till 8 o'clock tonight.
That's what it says.
Okay, Jake.
He's over in the truck now.